It's Wendy. I am finally back from, like, what did I get? Like a month-and-a-half break from YouTube. So I'm so sorry, all my subscribers, that I have been slacking. I'm so sorry. I've just been working like crazy over the holiday break, working 14 hours, and it's just really hard for me to film and vlog during that time. And when I tried, it just didn't come out the way I wanted to. So I just decided, you know what, I'm just gonna start when everything is kind of coming back down to normal and my schedule opens up a little bit more. So now I'm back to doing videos again. So it's great to see you guys. Today is a review video on something the influencer sent me in the Jolly VoxBox. So today I'm going to be talking about the NYC. This is the HD color trio eyeshadow, and I got it in the color, or in, I guess the set is called Long Beach Sands, and as you can see in this palette, it's very neutral. I got like a highlight shade, medium brown, and a lighter brown. And I lost the postcard that came with the Influencer VoxBox during all the craziness, so I just kind of jotted some things down from the internet. So it's still accurate information, don't worry. So before I go ahead and pop this guy open, I haven't even opened it yet, I will talk to you a little bit about the color trio. So this is a new item, and this on the website claims to deliver high intensity color. It's got silky soft texture, lightweight formula to blend effortlessly for the ultimate smoky eye look. This is also available in 12 different shades. Extreme color payoff, which sounds so awesome. It's long lasting, I like that too. And it's also infused with antioxidants, so green tea extract and vitamins A and E. So this retails for $2.99. You can find it at your local drugstore, like I know on the West Coast we have like CVS, Rite Aid. I think you can maybe find it at Target, Walgreens, definitely, so your drugstores. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this open. This is a trio, so most likely it's going to be like a highlighter, all over lid shade, and a crease shade. Very easy to blend with. And I'm gonna go ahead and open that up. And as you can see, the first shade here is a highlight shade. This is the all over lid, and this is the crease, which kind of weirds me out just a little bit because oh, okay, the paper fell. If you notice, now I can actually show you. Okay, I'll turn sideways. Now, if this is supposed to be the all over lid color, doesn't make sense to me that this is going to be the crease, because this is like, it's not just a little lighter, it's significant lighter. So I don't know, but I guess I'm gonna still do a demo, and I will go ahead and follow the direction that, you know, NYC gave us on the back of the package. So just to do a quick swatch first, I'm gonna first swatch the highlight color, just right here. And that looks pretty. It is very silky smooth, by the way. And I'm gonna go ahead and swatch it on the back of my hand on the very bottom right here. Swatch, and there you go. Oh, that's actually not showing up as much as I want, but it is a highlight shade, so I think that's gonna be okay. Seems a little bit chalky, but you know, we'll see, because I did it with my finger, not with a brush or anything. Now we're gonna do the middle shade, and that is the that one's supposed to be the all over lid color. So we're gonna go ahead and swatch that. That's the swatch right there. It's got a little bit of shimmer in it too, and it looks a little chalky on my hand, if you can see that too. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch it right on top. Okay, there we go. And then the third color, which is the crease color, I'm gonna go ahead and swatch that. Yeah, that's definitely lighter, you guys. I don't know. So that's the crease color. Swatch it right there. I don't know how that's gonna work out for that to be the all over lid color. So this is supposed to be the lid, and this is supposed to be the crease. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, this I feel like should be the crease, and this should totally be the all over lid color. But well, what do you do? Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting choice. Okay, so I kind of want to see what this is gonna look like over primer. I would say that the pigmentation's okay. And I'm just gonna go ahead and clean off my fingers, and I'm gonna go ahead and swatch on the other hand so you can see what it looks like over primer. And the primer I'm going to use is the Urban Decay primer. I've got primer all over my hand now. and I'm gonna go ahead and use the same method. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the highlight color first. I'm gonna swatch it on the bottom right here. It's still, even with the primer, you guys, I mean, I feel like it shows up less with the primer. Try that again. But again, this is a highlighter color, so it's okay. And then we're gonna go ahead and do the all over lid color right here and swatch right on top of that. Okay, so that's what it looks like over the primer. And last but not least, our crease color. Here you go. And right on top of that, boom. Okay, so it definitely sits much better if you look at it. This is the primer hand, this is the non-primer hand. I definitely feel like it's a little bit more intense on the primer hand versus the non-primer, but it's not horrible without the primer either. Okay guys, I'm back. So what I've decided to do is, because this claims to have such high color payoff, I'm going to do one eye with primer, one eye without primer, just to kind of see if we can see if there's a difference and how long it lasts with primer, without primer. And I might look a little crazy when I go out, but at least that's a good way to test, you know, how true the product is to their words. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with this eye here, and I'm going to do no primer on this eye. So to start, I'm going to go ahead and apply their all over lid color, which is that second color that you saw. And that will be this middle one right here. This middle one right here. So I'm just going to dip my brush into it and apply it. It's kind of hard to do with just the viewfinder. Where is my mirror? Okay. So it's very shimmery. And it's definitely not too dark. Okay. And the color payoff isn't horrible. So that is what the all over lid color looks like. And now I'm going to go ahead and do the highlighter. I'm just going to pop this right underneath the brow bone and bring it in. And then I'm going to use that last color, and I'm just going to flip my brush. And this is the crease color. And we're just going to pop it in the crease right over here. And blend. So, looking at just what I'm seeing here on the mirror and on the viewfinder is that that third color, the crease color, does jack. I mean, the color of the brown is pretty. The highlighter, you know, it does what it's supposed to do. It's highlighting my brow bone. But that third color, it's so much lighter that, I mean, I guess it's supposed to blend and bring the two together, but, you know, I guess I can always reverse the color the next time I use it. Okay, so that's what that looks like, and I'm actually going to go ahead and pop a little bit of the highlight color on in the inner eye area. Sorry you guys, we have really noisy neighbors. Okay, so that's basically what it looks like on one eye without primer. I wouldn't call this color intense at all. I mean, if you compare it to my other eye, it's kind of like I'm barely wearing any makeup. So let's go ahead and do the other eye with the primer. And that basically is what the HD quad looks like. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom back out and I'll be right back. So this is basically the complete look, just further out. And my hair is kind of going nuts, but that's okay. Because it's just hair. Okay, so this eye doesn't have any primer on. This eye does, and I feel like the difference is quite subtle. I mean, just looking in the mirror, I can definitely see the darker brown showing up on this eye that has the primer on it much better. I can see it more, but again, it's very subtle. This is definitely something you can wear for everyday look. Would I call this like HD color? No, I wouldn't. I don't think that the color is super high, super intense. Granted, it is a neutral color. I would love to see if I have an opportunity in the future to get a color that's a, you know, wow, I can't speak. A trio that is a little bit more vibrant in color versus just a neutral, then I feel like then I can give you a better opinion. But as of right now, talking about this specific one, I am not super impressed. I don't think I'd repurchase. I would have loved it if the colors, maybe for example like the crease or the all over lid wasn't shimmer. If it was matte, it would be fantastic and I would definitely like it a little bit more. I don't understand why, again, the two colors, the lid color, oh, I'll just take that out. This is making a reflection and it's making it hard to see. I don't understand why the middle color, which is, you know, described as the all over lid color, is darker than the said crease color. I mean, I know I can always flip it, but if you're gonna label something like that, why would you do that? So that just kind of confused me a little bit. The price point is great for a trio, like I keep wanting to call this a quad. There's not four, Wendy, there's three. A trio like this for $2.99 is a great buy. If this is something you're looking for, like a trio, you want to use for everyday work where you don't need to wear or you don't want to wear very extravagant and dramatic makeup, or for school, I think this is great. I do have a lot of neutral palettes. I will probably continue to, you know, pick the color from here and there and just continue to use it anyway, because I don't just throw things away and I've used it so I can't give it to people. But I don't know, I'm slightly disappointed, I guess, because it's saying it's HD and it's got great color payoff and I think it's just alright. I felt like I'd had to but you know, dip my brush back into the pan a few times to get the desired color that I want. Good things about it is that so far I do really like how smooth the texture is. And I think that's kind of like the new thing. I know a couple of other beauty brands have come out with eyeshadows that are like, oh, super soft, velvety, smooth texture. So that feels really nice on my eyes, and so I'm not gonna lie, I do like that part. So I'm gonna go ahead and go through the rest of my day. I think it's about 3 o'clock right now, so I am gonna go out and run some errands, and I will check back in just a little bit and let you know how the eyeshadows held up. Hi guys. Okay, so I am in the car, so the lighting's kind of crappy, but you can go ahead and see what the eyes look like. So the shadow is still there. It's kind of hard to see because the color was kind of subtle already, but it did stay, even the eye without the primer, it's still there, so that's kind of impressive. I think that's pretty cool. And it is now 8:24, well actually it's 8:14. So it's been what, how many hours? About 4 or 5 hours. And so happy to report that the eyeshadows are still on and visible, and I will check back towards the end of the night. Hi guys. Okay, so it's the end of the night. We have just gotten home from my practice, and it is now, I don't have a time. Let me just look on my laptop real quick. Oh wow, okay, so it's really late. It's about 11:40 and we just got home because we kind of stayed behind and talked to a couple friends. So let's go ahead and zoom in on the eyes. You know, the eyeshadow is still actually visible, so I'm pretty surprised that it's lasted. On this eye, you can see if you compare this one to this one, you can see that this one's definitely more faded. It's also creasing right here a little bit, but it's really not bad. The smudging you see is from my mascara, it's not from the shadows. This eye that has the primer on, I would say the eyeshadow held on pretty well, so I am pretty impressed even though the color payoff wasn't that great. I can see that the shadows still really stay put, so if you're looking for something that's not, you know, crazy pop of color, super vibrant, but something you can use for everyday wear, you can wear at least 8 hours. I mean, I had this on since 3, so I've had this on for like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, like 8 hours just about. So you get just about 8 hours of wear with, I would say, with primer. I mean, you can even see it right now on this eye, the eye without the primer. You can still see the shadow, which is pretty impressive. So final thoughts is that even though the color payoff isn't amazingly great and super intense like they claimed, it does last long, and then again the formula really does, it really feels very silky, very smooth, and if you use the primer it doesn't really seem to crease, so that's pretty good too. And there you go, that's my initial thoughts. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!